Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're one of my 40 subscribers. And if you're not one of my 40 subscribers, consider becoming the 41st. So I am bringing back desperate diets to this channel for the new year. This is the time of year where people get overly enthusiastic about weight loss. They want to go into a fad diet and they're going to stick to it. They're never eating carbs again. And I'm here to discourage you against that. It's not healthy. Before I even begin talking about the diet, I just want to say I am not a nutritionist, dietitian, or weight loss coach, and you don't need to be one to understand that this diet is not safe or sustainable. As I'm sure you saw from the title, today's diet is the HCG diet, and if you're like me, you'd never heard of it before. And I was telling my mom about it, and I was like, wow, isn't this a wild diet? And she was like, oh, I did that with your sister. And I was like, excuse me? You did what now? She's like, yeah, I don't remember losing any weight on it. So there you go, video over. Bye. No, that's anecdotal evidence. We're gonna go into real studies today. There have been many studies done on this, and it's not great. So, I'm just the layout of this video real quick. It's gonna be a long video, I'm sure. So we're all on the same page. First, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what the HCG diet is, what's its background and stuff. Then I'm going to go point by point, the different aspects of the diet, the products you have to buy, and the wild, just absolutely crazy, unfounded claims made by the creator of this diet about just life that I think you should feel bad about, but he's dead, so, you know. Who was the creator of this diet? This mad lad who would make a claim and not back it up. He was a British doctor. His name was Albert Simeon. I could not find a lot of background information about him. All I know is he's British. He created this diet in 1954 and he practiced in Italy. What are the claims of this diet? Like, what are we working with? What's getting people's hopes up? So the diet claims that you can lose 1 to 2 pounds of weight every single day for 6 weeks. And you can repeat the process if needed. So really unrealistic to start. Some HCG products, which we'll get more into later, claim on their bottles that you can lose 20 to 30 pounds in 30 to 40 days. This is a type of diet that would be marketed to someone my size, very, you know, a little overweight, but not a big deal. But that is not a realistic nor sustainable claim. The, like, really Cliff Notes version of the diet plan is you take an HCG intramuscular injection, which is the original plan, but now HCG sites say that you can take a pill or drops or sprays and stuff, which, like I said, we'll talk more about in a minute. And you eat 500 calories a day. Yeah, we'll talk more about that too. If you're like me, you're wondering, what is HCG? HCG stands for human chorionic gonadotropin, which is a hormone produced in the body and is at its peak levels during the early stages of pregnancy. It's used as a marker in home and doctor's office pregnancy tests, and it is used as a fertility drug for both men and women. It's not available without a prescription. Actual HCG, most HCG products on the market don't really have HCG in it, which is interesting. You're probably wondering, what is the meal plan? What are we working with? Well, there's not an exact meal plan, but the diet is done in 3 stages. So the first stage is called the loading phase. This is when the participant begins to take HCG and is encouraged to eat many high-fat, high-caloric foods for 2 days. So the loading phase is only 2 days. No calorie counting. You just get used to the HCG dose, which should be intramuscular, but you know, which is a shot in case you aren't aware of that. The second phase of the HCG diet plan is the weight loss phase. Now this phase can last from 3 to 6 weeks, and this is where the participant continues taking scheduled doses of HCG intramuscular shots and cuts their calories down to 500 calories per day. Only 2 meals are allowed on the diet plan, though in the protocol written by Dr. Simeon, which we'll talk about later and is absolutely wild, he says that if you want to have an apple and a breadstick for lunch and then later just exclude that from one of your meals, that's fine, but you're not allowed to add a whole extra meal. The third phase of the HCG diet plan is the maintenance phase. This phase lasts for 2 weeks and the participant discontinues their use of HCG and gradually increases their food intake, still avoiding sugar and starches for 2 weeks until the phase is over. This plan may continue 3 to 6 weeks depending on how much weight is desired to be lost, and may be repeated several times depending on how much extra weight one would like to lose. Most people doing this are not being monitored by a doctor, so I don't know, when somebody knows to stop, but there is nothing listed in the protocol or on any of the HCG websites that I visited. This diet is built to be very low fat and very low calorie, so butters, oils, and sugars are not allowed. What is very encouraged though is a high intake of water. They say to drink as much water as you can, which is why there is no limitation placed on salt. Mineral water, coffee, and tea, as long as nothing is added to them, is allowed, not even artificial sweetener. So those are allowed, but plain still water is what is encouraged to drink most of the time. So you may be thinking, man, that sucks. Like, that sounds not good, but does it work? I mean, I could get through it if maybe it would work. There's not sufficient evidence to say that it does work in the short term or in the long term, at least not from the HCG. There have been many studies conducted on the link between HCG and weight loss, or rather lack thereof. The most recent credible study I can find was published in February of 1990 and is a double-blind, placebo-controlled study. Participants were 40 women classified as obese, which means their BMI was 30 or higher, and they were each given 5,000 kilojoules worth of food, which is about 1,195 calories per day, and the placebo group received an intramuscular saline shot, and the actual test group received an HCG intramuscular shot. The study found that there was no advantage given to those taking the HCG intramuscular shot, and that any weight loss was resulting from the calorie deficit that the women were put into. This was the case for all of the other studies I looked into as well, so it doesn't seem like there's a strong or even weak link between HCG and weight loss. It seems to just be for the fact that this diet is so very low calorie that of course you're gonna lose weight, but it's not sustainable, and I will get to that later as well. Maybe you're thinking, like I was once I got to this point, oh, well, it doesn't sound very credible, but maybe it's at least not dangerous. Nope, that's also not true. Fun, right? So I saw on one website that said that HCG is FDA certified, and I was like, excuse me? And so I looked, and yeah, HCG is FDA certified as a fertility drug, not as a weight loss drug. In fact, I looked on the FDA website and they have a whole article discouraging people to use HCG for weight loss. The exact quote from the website is, "The Food and Drug Administration is advising consumers to avoid HCG weight loss products." They made it pretty clear. They spelled it out. They said, don't take this. Love the FDA. The FDA mandated that on HCG prescription bottles, it must be listed that there is no strong evidence to indicate that HCG causes weight loss other than that of the caloric restriction, that HCG does not create a more appealing or normal fat distribution, and that HCG is not an appetite suppressant and will not curb hunger cues from low-calorie diets. This plan is 500 calories a day, which to almost anyone would sound alarming. But in case you're not alarmed by that, I looked up what is the average height and weight of an American woman, and according to a Healthline article that I read, it says that the average American woman 20 and over is 5'4" and 170.6 pounds. So I was like, all right, is 500 calories enough for that to meet that woman's BMR? So if you don't know what BMR is, I talk about this on my channel quite frequently, but I'll give you the rundown. It is your basal metabolic rate, and that's basically how much you need to sustain your body in a coma. That's just what your body needs to keep it running. So the BMR of this woman is 1,529 calories. So that means that this woman, for 3 to 6 weeks, is over 1,000 calories per day under what she needs to keep her body just running, to keep your organs processing, keep your brain going. That is so unsafe and has been discouraged by basically every major health organization. So it's really, really irresponsible that this diet plan states this. And, you may be thinking, oh, it was from the 50s, he didn't know. That wasn't consensus then either. He was just an asshole. Honestly, I don't like this man. I don't like him at all. And I'm glad he's dead. And I know that's mean and I don't care. To reinforce that you really shouldn't be using this, from the article from the Food and Drug Administration of the United States, it states, if you have HCG products for weight loss, quit using them, throw them out, and stop following the dieting instructions. Please don't do this. I know I already said that, but don't. There's no reason. There's no reason to do it. Okay, so this diet plan isn't considered effective. There's no evidence for it, and it's not considered safe. Maybe it's affordable at least. Nope, it's not. Again, it's not affordable either. There's really no upside. I decided to go on Google and do my consumer research. I typed in HCG weight loss products, and what mainly came up were HCG drops, which, I think we've all seen stuff like that. It's just in a little squeezy bottle and you drop it into your mouth or drop it into some water. And so I decided to focus on 3 of these products, 2 of which are available at Walmart. Don't buy them, but that's where they're sold, which I think is not great. And 1 is available on some website that wanted to give me push notifications to my laptop. So that's not sketchy at all. The first product is by the brand Sigform, which stands for Signature Formula. And I could not find this product on their website anymore, so it seems as though they don't sell it anymore on their website, but they sell it at Walmart. But it seems like it's also through a third party, so that's not sketchy. Don't buy it. Don't do it. Doesn't seem safe. The Sigform brand is $86 for 2 fluid ounces at Walmart, which is ungodly expensive. The ingredient and direction lists were illegible, and I cannot find them anywhere on the internet, which is always wonderful for a product you're trying to find. If you cannot find the ingredient lists or instructions of a product on the website it's being sold on, don't buy it. Don't stay away from it. So I don't know how many servings are in this bottle. I couldn't find the ingredient list. I don't know the instructions. I know it's $86 for 2 fluid ounces and that you're not available to pick it up at Walmart. It has to be shipped to you. That's it. That's all the information given. So that's really bad on the part of Walmart, and I think they should take it down, honestly. The picture of the ingredient label, it's sideways and you can't zoom in on the picture. So that's something, and it's a blurry picture. I don't know why they did that. The second product I found at Walmart is the Creative Bioscience HCG 123 Weight Loss Dietary Supplement. Really rolls off the tongue nicely. I think they came up with a very catchy name. Love it. So this is a little cheaper than the other one. It is $33.89 before tax for 2 fluid ounce bottles. This covers the consumer for about 78 days. It's 78.8, but you can't have, a little bit of a full day. So 78 full days, almost 79. The instructions instruct to take 10 drops, which is half a milliliter each. So you're taking 1.5 milliliters per day, because they say to take it with every major meal. This product comes to $2.33 per day, which, isn't awesome, but if you're used to going to Starbucks every day, then I guess fine. It's not awful. It's not that bad. If you're used to protein powder, it's not terrible. The ingredients list on this one, they did not say where they get HCG from. There's likely not even any in this product. because most of the drops have been found to not actually have HCG in them. It's more of a mental thing. So that's deceiving for profit, which is gross and greedy, and Walmart should also take this one down, but they won't because they're greedy too. So the final product I looked into is the Nigen, or Nigen, I don't know, it's N-I-G-E-N, so I'm gonna say Nigen, Biotech HCG solution. And something I found interesting about this product is in big letters on the box, it said hormone-free, 100% hormone-free. As I stated earlier in this video, HCG is a hormone. So that's something, huh? They're really just like HCG, but not really. It's so stupid. Don't buy these. This is dumb. It's dumb. This product is $24.39 for 30 servings. And at first I was like, all right, for a month, that's not too bad. And then I was able to find the instructions, and the consumer is directed to put 15 drops of this HCG solution into a glass of water and drink it 15 minutes before every major meal, not exceeding 3 servings per 24-hour period. So if the consumer took 3 servings per day, which is what is recommended in the instructions, so they would be doing nothing against the instructions, this would last them 10 days. $24.39 for 10 days. That's gross, that's yucky, that's bad. These products, all of which likely don't even contain any HCG, most HCG products on the market are homeopathic, so they don't contain hormones in them. They're a scam. I mean, that's what they are. You know, you're not gonna go and find the miracle weight loss cure at Walmart or at GNC. Don't get scammed into spending this much money on something that's not going to help you. It's not, no weight loss supplement is going to help you. Take a multivitamin if you're worried you're not meeting your dietary needs. This is not that. And don't equate them because they're not the same. Now we're at the unproven claims section, and this is the most interesting part. So if you stayed, congratulations, woo! Shit's about to get wild. Like, genuinely, I don't know what Albert Simeons was doing. I don't know what he was smoking, but to give this diet a fair chance, I read the protocol written by Albert Simeons. I didn't just take advice from, you know, independent HCG websites. I was like, all right, maybe people are blowing things out of proportion. Nope, they're really underselling it. This is like some weird fantasy novel. Like, it's stupid. It's so long too. There were probably 5 typos for every like 2 pages. Like, there were a lot of typos that weren't fixed. There were misspellings. The grammar was off. I was just like, really? You're a doctor? I don't even know if he he was a doctor, but I can't imagine he was a good one. I cannot explain how painful it was to sit here and read this much pseudoscience in like a 30-minute period. Like, you're welcome. Albert Simeons did not think that obesity was something that happened because of excess consumption of calories, which has been proven and had been proven when he was alive. So, you know, you can't give him that out. I tried. He believed that obesity was a disorder. It was inherited, or it was an endocrine issue. What? I would like to read you all a quote that was on the first page that really made me buckle in and be like, all right, this is going to be interesting. The quote reads, "Persons suffering from this particular disorder," referring to obesity, "will get fat regardless of whether they eat excessively, normally, or less than normal. A person who is free from this disorder will never get fat, even if he frequently overconsumes." So he's basically using pretty modern talking points that are still used by people who don't understand why excess weight is occurring, I guess. That's not the right phrasing, but you know what I mean. I inherited it. My parents were fat, so that means I was genetically, I was meant to be fat. Or, oh, it's a hormone issue, you know? And I feel for people who do genuinely believe that. Like, I get it, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, but that's not what scientific consensus shows. And it didn't show it then either. And Albert Simeons was like, no, it does. You just don't read any of the evidence. Just listen to what I say. I'm British. One of the weirdest things about this plan that just, I was like, why is that part of it? Is cosmetics and unapproved medicines. You're not allowed to use cosmetics. Well, certain cosmetics. You can use lipstick, eyebrow pencil, and powder. How generous. You're not allowed to do skincare. You're not allowed to apply any moisturizer, any sunscreen, or anything. And the only approved medications are the contraceptive pill and aspirin for headaches. That's it. So I was like, why does he care if you use cosmetics? Why does that matter? He believes, or believed rather, because he's dead, that Albert Simeons believed that any ointments, creams, anything like that you put on your skin would be absorbed into your skin and then processed by the body like if you ate it, which doesn't make sense because if you ate a moisturizer, you would probably die. Like, the exact quote is, "Fats, oils, creams, and ointments applied to the skin are absorbed and interfere with weight reduction by HCG as if they had been eaten." Really? Pulling it out of thin air, Albert. We love you. So I was like, man, what? I wonder how the people doing this diet felt about that, like in his clinic. And he said that many women who come to him are so worried about, well, their weight may be under control, but now their skin will be ruined. But not to worry, fair dames, because while you're losing weight, the natural fat returns to your skin. So you don't have to worry about moisturizing because the natural fat being released by your body will do that for you. Have you ever heard anything that stupid? Man. He also believed on the topic of, being replenished by the weight you're losing, that participants on the HCG diet did not need as much protein, iron, calcium, any vitamin, mineral, macronutrient, because you were getting it from the tissue that was breaking down. Now, believe it or not, I could not find a single article about this that wasn't just an HCG website. I could not find any studies on this. I could not find anyone even talking about it. Like, that's how obscure and unfounded this claim is. That everybody's just like, what? No. Except for HCG people who were like, yeah, I'm gonna eat 12 grams of protein today. I was wondering, as a, vegetarian trying to be vegan person, what would I do? Because on the list of approved foods, I'm not gonna go through all of them. They're very just normal diet foods. I was like, well, what would I do for protein? Because there were no vegetarian protein options listed. And so I read further down. I got to page like 7 or 8, and Simeons was like, so extreme vegetarians such as Orthodox Hindus, with his wording, I don't know why he didn't just say vegetarians, but okay. He said that we have to get our protein from animal sources, so there is no way to be vegan on this plan, and that the vegetarian in question is causing a big problem for the plan, which I found very funny. So he said that vegetarians must drink 500 cc's of skimmed milk a day, or you can have some curds, but you can't go over 500 calories, you pesky vegetarians. He said that as far as fruits, vegetables, and starches go, vegetarians have no exception. They're the same as everybody else. You cannot get the protein that you need from things like beans or wheat, and you cannot have your, quote, customary rice. Whatever that means. It's so weird. There was a header, and there was nothing like super weird in the header, in the body of this header. It was just about like, people sort of not being truthful about what they ate or not remembering correctly. But the header was liars and fools, which I just found very jarring. I don't know why you need to be so mean to the people doing your diet, but like Albert is really 0 for like 12 here. He is not doing well. So that's the HCG diet, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope it was informative. That's the reason I'm bringing back this like dangerous diet series. I just, you know, I feel like it's very informational. I love researching these diets. I hope you guys enjoy it and I hope you get something out of it. And the next time somebody's like, hey, I'm doing this diet, you can be like, oh, okay, have fun with that. I will not be joining you. And with the new year here, I'm going to try and upload 2 videos a week. One diet video and one like what I eat in a day video, because I like those. They don't get great views, but I enjoy doing them. So I'm gonna do them anyway because it's my channel. Passive aggressive queen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. And I really love reading your comments. So if you have anything to say, like, please let me know down below. I love talking to you guys so much. It makes me really happy to know that people are like actually watching my videos and having, you know, things to say about them. So if you do, please leave it down below. Subscribe if you want to. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on how you feel about the video. If you thumbs it down, that's fine. You don't have to love it. I would just like some feedback. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Don't do this diet. It's stupid. And you're not going to feel good if you do it. Sustainable weight loss comes through a moderate calorie deficit. And follow me on my socials. They'll be down below. And thank you. Have a good one. Bye. If there's more weight that needs to be loosed,